What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Lion's Den with Seth. I am Seth, obviously, and Herm, he'll be on in a minute. He has some technical difficulties, so we're going to get him situated here shortly. But if you hear this congestion, look, for some strange reason, y'all, I got this crazy summer cold. I think that's what it is, but it's going to be done by tomorrow. I promise you. All right, I'm gonna kick it. I'm gonna kick it dead square in the kisser. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, if this is your first time here on the Lion's Den, y'all, we focus on leadership, growth, and development, but with action, right? From the crib to out in the community. So we are just not on here talking about just what needs to happen. This is where the rubber meets the road, and the proof is in the pudding. If this is your first time on, say hey, right? Hold on, who is this? Just somebody saying hey right now? It is. Shout out from Dallas. What? How you doing? Hey, let us know where you at right now so we can give y'all a shout out and so you can be interactive in this conversation. If you haven't done so already, if this, like I said, if this is your first time in, you want to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. All right, so you can join this conversation. Now, let's see. Is that everything? Yeah, for right now. All right, y'all. So this is what we're going to talk about, right? Before Herm gets on. I want y'all to just take a snapshot of where you are right now. All right. Chances are you are hopefully where you have always wished you'd be. All right. Just think about it. Back in the 80s or in the 90s, I wish I had this and wish you had that. Cool. All right. You got that now. But now, did you ever have these conversations with individuals that were a part of your life? Friends, families, or whatnot? Hey, what's going on, Miss Slay? What's going on, right? From Maryland, what's going on? James, how you feeling? So look, y'all, this is going to be a good conversation. So we're talking about growth, right? And we talk about things that we've wanted in the past, and then we did the things that we had to do to get those things, right? Cool, all right? Because I'm a firm believer that if you see somebody that have something, that means that it's attainable for you. However, it's not the covenant their things, right? You don't say, hey, I wish they didn't have it. I need to have what they have. No, I like that. I want that too. But now here's the situation though, ladies and gentlemen. What if you have friends or family that you have these conversations with, okay, or around? They say, yeah, you should go ahead and do that. Okay. And then you just be bold enough to go and do it. Now those conversations ain't the same no more, right? Look, they looking at you like, who you think you are going for your dreams? Or who do you think you are doing something that you said you was going to do, right? You must think you better, or whatever the case it is. Am I the only one? Just let me know. Am I the only one that ever, am I the only one? I know I'm not. But what do you do? And it was my mentor of mine, right? Coors Jackson, he would always say, hey, Scooby, everybody's not going to be able to come with you. All right. Because we would talk about the things that I wanted to do, and I was taking appropriate steps to do that. But not everybody thought that that was in the cards for them, and it may not have been. So that's what we're going to talk about, y'all. That's what we're going to talk about. James, would you say? Definitely not the only one there. I know. And we've had these conversations before. But ladies and gentlemen, that's what we're going to talk about. Not everybody can come with you, nor should they. But how do you celebrate your life, but also separating yourself from those toxic relationships? Look at her. Look, he say he coming, right? He on the way. with driving a little taxi. But listen, how do you separate those not those conversations, but those relationships? Not into a bad way, right? Because some relationships need to be compartmentalized. Put them in their place, meaning not put them in their place, cuss them out, but realize you can only deal with somebody or certain individuals in a certain space of your life. That makes sense? Yeah, it should. So let me introduce to you our guest, y'all, our guest host today, Miss Annette Morris. All right. So she's CEO and owner of Goal Getter LLC, founder, and she's the founder of Goal Get Her in caps. Okay. And it's a 501c nonprofit organization. And she's the host of the Mind Weekly TV series and movement maker of the Mind, MIND initiative, right? And Annette has a knack for developing goals and visions for other movement makers and shakers, right on. And she helps female entrepreneurs and therapists monetize their divine gifts and skills, positioning them to create profitable businesses to leverage in order, to both live in leave a legacy. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all ready for Miss Annette? Y'all give it up.
Hey, y'all.
Yes. What's going on, Miss Lady?
Ain't nothing. How y'all doing?
All right. Hey, y'all, listen, look, little joke behind the stage. I'm gonna let her tell y'all where she from. That's why I said that. Go ahead, Miss Annette. Tell everybody who you are and where you from, ma'am.
Look, y'all, when they asked where I was from, I was like, what does it sound like? Because I get that so often, like, oh my gosh, your accent, you have to be from New Orleans. Yeah, I was born and raised in New Orleans, and now I live in Slidell, Louisiana. So I guess the accent gives it away. I'm the only one that never hear the accent. Let me just point that out.
Yes. Welcome to the den. So tell us a little bit about yourself, ma'am. Tell us about this, this Mind incentive, right? In your nonprofit organization before we go into the topic.
So the mind is actually, well, I'm a psychotherapist, so everything is the mind for me, right? All work is everything starts with the mind for me, but mind is an actual acronym that stands for moving in new directions. So it's an initiative that I kind of help women to like change the trajectory of what our life story used to be. Like, in most instances, they tell us like, moms are nurturers and we have to give of ourselves. And in most instances, we're giving of ourselves until we deplete it. And I just want to change that narrative because again, by trade, I'm a psychotherapist. So I know that if you continue to pour out until you're depleted, that ends up in burnout, and then you're no longer enjoying life, right? So you don't have a fulfilled life to live. You're just going from burnout. You're operating on empty. And I think it should be just the opposite. So normally what we do is put our kids first, husbands, spouses, everybody comes before us. And if we have time to get to us, then we get to us. And it's time that we change the narrative to this and get to ourselves first. And then everybody else comes after that, because actually you need to refill yourself daily in order to be effective for your family, for your friends, for your clients, whoever it is. So I just want to change the narrative of how we operate as women.
Absolutely. And there is a such thing, and that we've talked about here in a couple of months ago, is that compassion fatigue. You understand? Somebody's always going to need something. And you don't, I guess, protect your water, if you will, in pouring into anything and everybody that come around, and you having that bleeding heart, then where are you going to go to get filled up? So it's your responsibility. Right.
Yep, it's your responsibility. Yep.
Yes. So I thank you. So everybody, make sure you're hitting the share button. Hit the share button, y'all. We're about to get in deep, and we're going to help y'all out on how to differentiate between the individuals that's with you, that is supposed to be there along the ride, and some folks that needs to go to the caboose.
Yes. They just got to get off. Don't even go to the caboose. Just get on off.
I want to be politically correct because some of them need to get their ass off.
Yes.
Look, hold on. I'm going to tell you something else. Check it out. I ain't slowing down. Okay.
Just roll on out.
So when you get out, hopefully you bounce a couple times.
Okay. Tuck and roll. Just tuck and roll and keep on going. Okay.
Tuck and roll. You gotta get out of my face talking about slow down. Watch this. Slow down so I can get off lightly.
Yeah,
what?
No. Just tuck and roll, baby.
I'm trying to tell you. Yes. So, but anyway, look, Herm says, pre-flight safety says, put your mask on first. You
absolutely.
Can't help anyone. Yes. Yep. If you're gasping for air. Absolutely.
Yes.
So, all right. So now look, let's get into it. Like, when did you realize that individuals that you know, love, and trust, right? I mean, you still love them. When did you realize that there needed to be a separation between your desire for your dreams and pursuing those and putting them in their own categories?
The moment I started realizing that they made me feel like I had to choose between them and my destinies, right? Because first of all, that's a no-brainer. I feel like the thing that I'm doing is what God called me to do, right? And then I'm like, if I get to heaven's gate, right? And then God asked me, why didn't I fulfill my purpose in life, or why didn't I do what he called me to do? What good answer could I give God?
Come on now.
Like, I couldn't figure out a good answer to come up with. So I was like, then I can't come up with a narrative to give God that would explain to him rationally why I didn't do what he called me to do. So when I have to choose between what God called me to do and you, it's an easy choice. We gotta go. We gotta part ways.
Hey, you see, so but now let's be honest though. Let's be honest. Were you always like that?
I was not always like that, right? Because when I've been a full-time entrepreneur, this month made 12 years. And so, initially when we get into entrepreneurship, we think everybody coming along, oh, I'm about to put my friends on, I'm about to put my family on, all of them going to support me. And when I tell you, like, I got complete strangers to support me before family and friends. I'm gonna be perfectly honest, right? And it was a hurtful thing because in my mind, I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah. So it was just like, but I started realizing like, first of all, I let them off the hook because I realized most of them weren't my target audience anyway, right? But I had to grow to that level to be like, they're not your target audience. Let them people off the hook. It's okay. I had to grow to that. And then they have a whole world full of perfect strangers that God has in alignment for you to service while you worrying about family and friends. That's not, there's like 10 or 15 people you crying over and they got 1 million people on this side. Let's forget about those few people that won't support you because they got millions of people out there that are aligned with your vision that God has you designed to service, whatever it is, sell a product or whatever it is. Let's focus on those people and not these people on this side, right? So it took me a while to get to that level because again, I'm a very loyal person. So if my friend start a business, I'm going to be her first customer, but I had to realize like everybody's not me.
Hey, hold on, wait. So I don't know if you can hear this, but you about to hear this. And that, okay? Okay. So look, hey, so let me see, Miss Slay, she says hard facts. Been an entrepreneur for almost 2 years, and you're 100%. I grew into that. Yes. And then, so that's James. He's spreading the word. Listen, this is real talk. All right. But you said something that I want to touch on, and I'm going to be touching. All right. You said the target audience. Sometimes we feel as though because individuals are close to us by blood or just originally from where we're from, that they will like the same thing. And they should.
They should. Yeah.
They should support us. So sometimes we have mismanaged expectations. Let me ding myself. We have mismanaged expectations because we feel as though they're there to support us.
Correct.
And sometimes they're not there to support us monetarily when we need it. Or let's keep it real. Sometimes it's emotional support. Maybe you just need somebody to say, hey, you can do it. I know that you can. So now how did you, so you said it took some time. Okay. Now, when was the deciding factor when you said, okay, cool, I need to maneuver in a different manner?
When they got to be way more toxic than they were supportive, right? And so my thing is, even if let's say I'm selling t-shirts and you like, I don't even like t-shirts or whatever, I wear dresses all the time. Okay, understood, good, don't buy that or whatever. But you can say, share it to your page. That's free, right? For you to just share it to your page and say, hey,
check
my
this
friends
out.
sell t-shirts. Yeah.
No, somebody that wear t-shirts.
Exactly. That's my thing, right? So even if you don't buy it, just share it to your page, right? It's not a big deal. But then when you get to the point where like you attacking me and like you said or whatever, oh, you think you too much since you got your little, I hate that word little, your little store and you got your little business, those type of things.
Oh, hold on. Hey, now that's one of my triggers. Okay, that's a trigger of mine. Listen, it went a little. See, don't do that because the problem is
don't live me.
Listen, it's those folks that's the closest to you, and you're still doing that little podcast.
Yeah, that little
4 years we're still doing this little podcast.
Little podcast, yeah.
Hey, we were doing the podcast before COVID. How many podcasts? You get what I'm saying? So
yes,
but so here's the deal. We don't care about the outside. It's the ones that's closest to you that do it.
Yeah, it is. Yep, it is. And a lot of times that's the most hurtful because you really feel like they're gonna support you. You know what I mean? Like, but they're gonna lure you to death. And like I said, pre-show or whatever, a lot of times what happens is that when we start out with somebody, like most of us start out at ground zero with a lot of people. You understand what I'm saying? So if we both start here and then some kind of way I get here and then you still like here, a lot of times what happens is that I really don't believe those people grow to hate you. I think what happens is that you start to reflect to them that they're stuck, right? So now I'm looking at you and I'm looking at you here, and now I know that I'm stuck, but I'm so comfortable in this stuck position. I don't want to grow. I just rather you come back and make me feel comfortable with being in this comfort zone as opposed to me, because it is uncomfortable getting unstuck. It is uncomfortable pulling yourself out of comfort zone, going to something unknown. Because technically entrepreneurs, we are all really crazy, right?
Hey,
like we crazy.
Yeah.
We literally chasing a dream that nobody sees but us, right? There ain't nobody see this. We just running down a field that nobody could see but us, right? So it is crazy. So you got to be crazy when you want somebody to come along with you in something that they really clearly can't see, right? So we can't really hold them liable for that because we are crazy, right?
That's right.
So let's get beyond that point. But for them to see you talk about this imaginary dream that you got going on and then going for it, and then it causes you to do this because you got to realize they thought it was imaginary. This fool crazy. Ain't nobody see none of this fool is he just making up stuff or whatever, right? But then it causes you to accelerate, and then they still here. Nah, I am uncomfortable because you've really outgrown me. So we really don't have nothing to talk about no more. We're not on the same level. We ain't nothing no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm uncomfortable as hell because I'm stuck, and you done ran off with this imagination, and it done caused you to elevate.
Listen, damn it, listen. I'm feeling it in my soul because that's the problem. And we don't know how, but see, here's the deal though. See, we can't articulate that sometimes to individuals that are already feeling a way. So what they do is they're projecting their disdain for their own lack of initiative for their own dreams. And you have what you did was not only did you say what you was going to do, but you
did it.
You
got the nerve, the audacity.
You better get out of my head.
Okay.
Get out of my head, Woody. But but real talk. So you got the audacity to really pursue this in my face. In my face, yay. And just keep letting me see this. The goal, the audacity of you, yay. Going to church, Rochelle. Yes. Hey, yes. Chris, what's going on? Hey, everybody, if y'all don't know, we here in the building. We're talking about not everybody can come with you. We have Miss Annette in the building. Yes. Look, if you haven't done so already, hit the share button. Hey, like James said, look, watch this. And look, y'all know me. I'm real about this. A share is literally free.
Stop free for the free. Yes, free.
Acting and acting like skin. Listen, go ahead and hit that share button because you never know who you can help. Yeah, and then here's another thing, Miss Annette. Tell me, what do you think about this? Some individuals feel as though that if they're not the one doing it, and even though you may have that product, you may have that word, you may have it ready, they don't want to refer you. They rather refer someone else that they may not have that close connection to, because do you feel as though they may feel like, hey, I'm not able to do it, so I'm less than, so I'm not going to connect you to somebody else that's close to me that's actually doing it? Why do you think people don't refer? Why do you think friends and family don't refer?
Because you already outgrowing, and why would I refer somebody to you and help you to continue to outgrow me? Like, why would I do that? You know what I mean? I'm just not gonna do that. I'd rather just refer them to somebody else I don't even know, like a celebrity that's selling the same thing as opposed to you, because you already leaving me behind. I'm not about to contribute to this foolishness where you could just create a larger gap between me and you. I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to do that. Ain't about to do that. No. You gotta find somebody else to do that. Yeah. No.
You gotta find, hey, no, it's like I'm your friend. I'm not your partner. Yeah. Think about, hey, I'm your relative. I don't support you like that. So that's what they're really saying without
that
saying,
is.
Right? They're saying that's what they're doing. They're showing you, because look, I know individuals, and being completely honest, I've been out the military almost 3 years now, right? And so
Mhm.
while I was in, I was pursuing my entrepreneur endeavors then. And I
Mhm.
realized that, hey, certain relationships after getting out was 100% conditional. Here's the deal,
Mhm.
though. Those individuals had the contacts. Hey, can
Mhm.
hit the button, say, hey, all they got to do is say, here, hold on, talk to this dude. That's it,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And so
Mhm.
it took some time to realize they don't have to.
Mhm. They don't. They don't. Mm-mm.
They don't have to. So who am I to
Mhm.
expect them to do something that I would do for them?
And you would do for them. Correct. Yeah. Because we can't get a us in everybody, and we
Hey,
have to realize that. Because like when people call me, I'm like, oh girl, when my clients call me or whatever, they call for coaching, but I have so many resources. I'll be like, do this,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, because all of us can eat, you know what I
yeah,
mean? And everybody will say, like, if they my coaching client, they get way more resources than anything or whatever,
yes,
right? I don't have to do that. But the thing about it is, why would I harbor a resource when I know that could help them to elevate, right? But everybody don't think like that. And we have to stop looking for a us in
in them.
everybody. That's just the reality. Like everybody don't operate like that. And neither in reality is they don't have to. They're not obligated to
They're
do
not.
that.
They not. They not.
Mm-hmm.
Tracy said, and if we could ever come together, my God. And
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. But you know what, y'all? We got so many things helping us back, right? Holding us back. Excuse me. We got trauma, we got insecurities, right? And we have
Mm-hmm.
things that we did not accomplish already that is
Mm-hmm.
kind of like a old piece of furniture that we just too lazy to get rid of, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we
Mm-hmm.
haven't done the deep dive in ourselves in order to celebrate other individuals. Wow,
Mm-hmm.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I mean, that's the deal. You can have a given heart. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the old saying is treat people the way you need that you want to be treated, but I really don't believe in that golden rule. I believe in the platinum rule of treating individuals the way they want to be treated. So what
Mm-hmm.
do you think about that? Right. Because before we really got deep into this, you was talking about how you would help individuals, helping women in particularly, to not to give too much of themselves and their own, let's say, resources, their intellectual property. How do you create that boundary or that barrier?
How do I create it for myself?
Yes.
So I just do what I love to do, whatever that is, right? And sometimes it offends other people.
Mhm,
It has caused me to be divorced before,
mhm.
before, and I'm okay with it, right? Because you have to realize, like, once you establish boundaries, everybody's not comfortable with your boundaries, but you
Yeah,
have to realize, like, your limitations. These are the things that I'm going to do. These are the things that I'm going to deal with. These are the things that I can no longer deal. Whatever it is, right? And establishing your boundaries. Well, a lot of people just won't be comfortable with that, right? So when you are taking care of yourself, and I'm not saying just do what you want or like do what you want, but do what you have to do to make sure you are taken care of, right? So once you understand what that looks like what do I need to do to take care of myself so that I'm effective and able to take care of other people? And then if outside people are like, listen, I don't like the way you take care of yourself, this is why it's called self-care. So it's because that's the way that I know that I have to take care of me, right? And so because you don't like it, that don't mean I'm gonna stop doing it. This is how I have to replenish myself daily. This is how I have to take care of myself on a consistent basis. And either you're gonna like it and roll with it, or you're not gonna like it and not roll with it. I don't know. You get off the bus, get to the caboose, whatever it is, right? But doesn't mean I'm gonna stop doing it because I know that this is what I have to do to make sure I'm good. So
absolutely.
yeah, you just have to understand, like, everybody's not gonna like it, especially if you are a person that just continues to give of yourself until you deplete it, and you always the yes person, like you never tell anybody no. Once you get to a point where because like society will allow you to burn yourself out, they just tell you
Absolutely.
like, oh, because women are nurturers and we supposed to give and we supposed to da da da, and but it don't tell you how to turn it around once you burn yourself out, right? So once you get to the point of burnout, and then you have to tell somebody no, then what happens, right? They falling out with you, they mad because you done told them no and you've never said no before. So then what? So then what? Then you just keep on burning yourself out, or then you just say no and allow them to do whatever it is. They'll find somebody else to do it, or they'll figure
Mhm.
out how to do it themselves, whatever it is. But you have to learn how to take care of you and prioritize you. No
Absolutely.
compromise.
Yes. Won't they? Won't
Mm-hmm.
they? Because the deal is
Mm-hmm.
they gonna find somebody else. They're gonna find
They're gonna
somebody.
find somebody else. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So how do you, and I say this a lot, but how do you teach
Mm-hmm.
individuals how to treat you?
I think because of the way that a lot of times what happens is I still live by the golden rule a little bit. So I do unto others as I like them to treat me, right? So again, if I'm, it could be something as simple as if I'm in a relationship or whatever, and I love red roses, right? So I'm gonna express to you, I love red roses. I'm gonna buy myself red roses, right? So I don't sit around and wait for people to make me happy. That's not in my mindset or whatever. I do what makes me happy and set the example, and then people just I feel like people will follow that lead, whatever it is, right? But then also, I'm a thoughtful person. So if I'm out and I see something that I know you like, this could be my best friend, this could be my, somebody I'm in a relationship, whatever it is, I treat people the way that I to make them feel. I love to make people feel good, right? So if I see something that I know my best friend like, and and she had been talking about or whatever, I'm gonna grab it. If I see something that my ex-husband, when we were married or whatever, if I saw something that I know he loved and I'm out and I could grab it, I'm gonna grab it. I'm a giving person, right? Mm-hmm. Even if it's like my clients and I know something that they needed to work on, it could be something that's not even a part of my coaching program. I'm gonna call them and be like, hey, I thought about this. How about infusing this, all of these other things or whatever? So that I'm always thinking in terms of being a blessing to somebody, giving to other people, whatever it is. And I love it when it comes back to me in that manner. But what I started to realize in most instances, it comes back to me, but it's almost never from the people that I pour into. It's always some other kind of way. You know what I mean? Like somebody else pouring back into me or whatever. So I'm never really on empty, because I pour out this way to somebody else and somebody else come back around and pour back into me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. And I'm glad that you said that, because that's what I was coming back around, right? Because the deal is, and you got your people on here, she says she sure will.
Hey, Scott.
And that's the deal too, ladies and gentlemen. I do want to encourage y'all about that. Don't stop doing what you're doing. Okay, don't stop doing what you're doing, but we have to understand that you cannot expect. That's the deal, because if you expect certain things, you're setting yourself up for failure,
disappointment,
and frustration, because you're sitting there looking stupid, waiting for somebody that don't understand you bless them.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? They don't understand it, but you're not doing it for that reason. But you have to know that it's going to come back to you, just like you have been pursuing your dreams that can't nobody see. That energy you put out will come back, but it just may not come back in the same magnitude that you put it out. What you think?
Correct. That's absolutely true. In most instances, it just doesn't come back from the same people that you pour it out into. It just comes back, through somebody else in another way, whatever it is. So, and that's the law of reciprocity. Like you pour out, it comes back. Reciprocity don't say it's going to come back from the same way. It's not like this, right? It's not like exchange. It's reciprocity. So it comes around in a circle. Like you pour it out to somebody else and it's some kind of way going to come back to you. So, just understand that.
Yeah. You have
to keep doing it. Don't ever get tired of doing good. Period. Just keep doing good.
But see. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we're talking about is not everybody that's going to come with you, right? Not everybody's meant to. So, excuse me. Keep doing what you have to do, but the goal is, ladies and gentlemen, what we're essentially talking about is having a clear view of expectation management. Okay, expectation management. Stop thinking that individuals that see you sweating, see you getting up at early in the morning grinding, that they're going to be there being your cheerleaders. You know why? Because part of what you're doing is making them uncomfortable.
Correct.
Or they don't see your dreams. They don't see that fire that's lit inside of you, meaning they're not going to see it. Only thing they're doing, they're seeing the things that you're doing and it look crazy to them. All right. It's out of whack to them. So you can't expect them to jump on board your quote unquote crazy train, because it is crazy.
It is.
Because if you got 24 hours in a day, if you have split up and diversified your day in such manner so that you can go towards your dreams, it's going to look weird to somebody that has not set up that schedule. You know what I mean? So you can't expect people to dig what you're doing.
Correct.
Yes. My goodness. So we got Miss Carter says sometimes it comes back tenfold.
It
Absolutely. Does. What's going on, Miss Catherine? Yes. Tracy, that's good. Manageable expectations. Absolutely right. So now we talked about this, realizing that everybody can't come with you, but you are still on this track. You're still on this trajectory. Now, has it become easier to deal with friends, family, relatives, which is that's a different conversation, but friends, family, relatives that you can now communicate efficiently what you're doing, where you're going, because now you have something tangible and they can see it? Or is it becoming harder because your elevation is to the point where it's still making some individuals sick or feel away? Meaning, have relationships grown in the process, or have they become distant in your situation?
In my personal situation, so I've always had like a handful of friends that were equally well, my best friends, let me just say that. So it's like three of them that are equally ambitious in doing everything. So they're extremely supportive. A lot of other people have fallen by the wayside. Those relationships have not necessarily like rekindled or gotten any better because at this point I'm like here and they're still way back here. But if they're talking, I don't know because they're so far from me. I don't really hear what they're saying, right? I don't hear the chatter at all. It doesn't matter. What has happened though, as I've elevated over these last 12 years, I no longer establish relationships based on, oh, I like her, she cool. No. We got to grow together, right? So it got to be some exchanges in these relationships, right? It has to be some reciprocity. So my circles that I create now are very different from the circles that I had from elementary school, right? Because I don't want to be the big fish in the little pond, right? Because if I'm the big fish in a little pond, I'm damn starving because ain't nobody there to feed me. I'm feeding everybody. I'm not going. I want to be the dumbest person in the room, right? And I have 2 college degrees and very intelligent, so it's hard for me to be the dumbest person in the room. But I'm looking for places where I'm gonna get fed, and then in exchange, I can feed other people, right? So we all big fish in this big old pond, right? I'm getting in the pond that all have equally big fish, where we can do exchanges, where we are holding each other accountable, where we can all, like, if I need help growing, she gonna help me grow. If she need help, we doing exchange, like we masterminding, right? I'm not getting in friendships no more just to say, oh, okay, I like that purse she got. Oh, okay, we could talk about purses. We ain't talking about no purse. We're going to talk about making money, and then we all going to go buy a bag, right? We're going to get a bag and buy a bag.
Yes, we talk about what's going in them purses, right?
Exactly, right? Yeah, it ain't superficial no more like when we were in elementary school. So if we can't build together, we can't roll together. That's it.
Out my face, why don't you come
right,
I'm going to tell you something. I appreciate this. Excuse me. That's the type of energy I need, and that's what I love. And it's hard because I got this, this sometimes
this congestion going on.
no, that ain't that. But I have to talk about myself that when I'm hearing people talk about things that's minuscule, here I am trying to change the world, and you like, yo, man, you seen that? I'm like, I care. I don't want to be mean, but it's like, yo, I'm trying to, let's talk about traveling, going on the other side and building this Africa. You ever thought about that? You know what I'm talking about? But you don't want to trivialize what someone else is saying, but you have to separate the conversations. Herm, you ready? Come on, you back in? Yo, man. Up in this
building.
Yeah.
Boy, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. All right, man. So what the hell happened with you?
Man, sometimes, we talk about friends and stuff like, what do you do when you have disrespectful kids that just take your stuff like it's theirs, lose your stuff, and act like you the problem? So I got to run all the way to Walmart to get a charger for my computer to come on. But I've been listening to the show, man. Hey, and y'all been killing it. But here's a question I do want to ask, right? Because we've been talking a lot about support professionally, but what about personally? You know what I'm saying? Like when it's a genuine friendship, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a person that you felt like you can rely on, you know what I'm saying, on a personal level, but it's not there. You know what I mean? And like you would hope it to be. And I see it like this. You could tell who your friends are when you stop using the phone for a while. You know what I'm saying? When you put your phone down for a while, not called out for a while, when there's no more outgoing calls, and see who's really calling to check on you and care about you and see what's going on, then that's when you know, like, okay, this person is probably at least pretty good friend to me. But if you don't want always contacting them, right? You're the only one reaching out to them and contacting them. I think sometimes you're the only friend in that relationship. What y'all think about that?
That's true. You are. And you shouldn't be. So again, at this point in life, because we grown, we don't have to settle for those level of relationships. We don't have to settle for one-sided relationships, right? If you're not getting reciprocity in that relationship, and I don't care if it's a marriage, if it's a friend, whatever it is, right? Whatever type of relationship it is, if there's no reciprocity, then at some point you're going to be dead. Because again, you're the only one that's giving. You're the only one that's pouring out. I'm not doing it. That's the big fish in the small pond again. I don't want to do that.
Absolutely. And what I say about that, Herm, is the fact that, hey, it's not their responsibility.
Mhm.
Real talk. Like, meaning we expect them to give us what we want. You get what I'm saying? But if they don't see that blessing, like we was talking about earlier, if they don't see it, then okay, cool. There's other individuals that can give that. And I just have to realize that it's not their responsibility to do it. You
Mhm.
get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So, like, for example, y'all, me and Herm, we talk pretty much every day. But in this sometimes, like if 2 days go by and I might not hear from him, I say, all right, look, something ain't going on, something ain't right. You get what I'm saying? I need to check on this dude because that's who we are. But we've created that battle rhythm, if that makes sense. But if another person don't understand that, they're expecting you to reach out to them, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think that could be a problem.
Now you do have them friends where you don't talk to for a long time.
Yeah.
And y'all get together and it's y'all back on and popping. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Is that person that you may help a lot, or they may help you sometimes too. But it's always seems like it's a one-sided output and very little input. You know what I'm saying? They go out with some people, don't never call you to do it. You know what I mean? And I think sometimes you got to realize it's like, man, me and this person is not where I thought we were. You know what I mean? We're for whatever reason, we are not connecting the same way that I thought we were. And either got to pivot or just learn to live with that, you know what I'm saying, and still try to be a friend to somebody that might not be that same friend to you.
And sometimes you have to compartmentalize relationships, right? So if this is a straight professional relationship and they help me in business and I help them in business or whatever, but we don't shoot the shit, excuse my friend, shoot the whatever, and just be chilling on the side or whatever, then we don't have a personal relationship. We just have a good professional relationship. Hey, let's get on the phone, talk about what you're doing in your business. You help me, I help you, and we keep it that, right? So then you have to learn how to compartmentalize some relationships to say, okay, we just on a professional level. Let me put them in this professional box because they do help me professionally. I help them. We just don't have a personal relationship, right? And then there's some people like you gonna mastermind. That's gonna be your sis, gonna be your bro, whatever it is, and y'all talk personally, y'all talk professionally. Now they're in this box, right? So you know how to box them, but some people don't deserve to be in any of those boxes. Like you're not helping me in no way, professionally. You got to get off the bus, right? Because this ain't working at all.
Real talk. And especially, and you know what too, ladies and gentlemen, and to your point, I believe that as you grow, well, it's the difference between grow and get older. Y'all know that. But as we grow and we're developing, our molecular structure is a core, but then it changed. Right. But as it changed, and hopefully for the better, those things that you used to do when you was younger, they're not so, it's not as fun as it used to be anymore. And now you do some bigger and better things. So if those individuals that want you to be in that area that you once were in, because that helped them to be comfortable. You see what I'm saying? That's when they like Scooby. They like Scooby back then when Scooby was out of line. You know what I'm saying? Now Scooby talking about changing. Well, why you want to do all that?
Yeah. You done changed. I hate that one. Yeah, you think I did all this work not to change? Of course I changed.
or they tell you think you all that.
Yeah, that one too.
You know what I'm saying? No, it's not that I think I'm all that. You are thinking that.
You think that.
You're thinking that about me. You know what I mean? I still, most of the times, the people that they are saying that about, they still handle themselves accordingly. You know what I'm saying? It's still nice to folks, but since you outgrow that station, you know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden you think you all that, and they don't really fool with you no more.
Look at that. Acting
you're acting brand new, yeah.
So Annette, how have you maneuvered around that when individuals try to call you out indirectly? You know how that passes. You know how people be nasty, nice, like I heard. Look at you, look, you over there calling you big time. All right, big time.
Yeah.
Stop.
So don't stop. No, is.
See,
well, that's how she handled it.
That's how she handled it.
She gonna confirm it.
Yeah. Okay, it is. Yeah. Because first, let me explain something to you. Again, I've been a full-time entrepreneur for 12 years, right? I lost a lot of sleep getting to this level. I lost a lot of relationships getting to this level. I made a lot of sacrifices getting to this level, right? So you're not going to make me feel bad about that, because when you were sleeping, I was up on a laptop. When you were sleeping in bed cuddling with your boo, I was cuddling with a laptop with papers on my face. I'm not going to let you make me feel bad because I made all the sacrifices to get to this level. You're not going to make me feel bad about it. You're not gonna make me feel little time. It ain't no little business. I grew this thing, right?
Yeah.
From a vision in my head to what it is today. You're not gonna make me feel bad about that. Because you didn't make me feel bad when I was making all the sacrifices, right? You didn't feel bad when I was losing sleep and losing people out of my life and going through lonely season. You wasn't feeling bad then. So I'm not gonna feel bad now. It's okay.
You know, one thing y'all talked about earlier is about how the people's closest to you really is not the main ones that's going to support you.
Nah.
Right. And I love when you said, you know what I'm saying, you can let them off the hook because they're not your target audience. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, my friends, you know what I'm saying, this podcast, a lot of them, it's not their I'm not their target show to watch. I love when I look on the side and see these names of people I've never even met, like Elijah Mitchell. I haven't met Chief Slate. You know, there's so many different people that I've never met, you know what I'm saying, just met socially that steady support this show.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Complete strangers.
Yeah, complete strangers that I never met personally. You know what I mean? But then it gets me to thinking, like, do I do my best to support my friends in their endeavors like that? You know what I mean? Am I their target audience? Do I, you know, am I also a good friend? Have y'all ever stopped and thought about that?
Yeah, but as for me, like when my friends start a business, most of the time I'm coaching them to start the business, right? Because I've been on this journey a lot longer than most of them. So I'm coaching them initially to start up the business. And then I don't care if it's something that and this is just me. I'm not telling nobody else to do this, right? I don't care if it's something I'm never going to use in life. I'm going to be one of their first customers, right? Because I'm going to pour into their businesses. That's just, I have all kind of stuff around my house that I ain't going to ever use, right? Because it just ain't what I do, right? But I'm going to buy it from them just because they're selling it, because I'm going to support them, right? And then I'll share it on my Facebook page. If they have a sale, whatever it is, I'm going to share it. But it don't have nothing to do with me. I'm not the target audience. I'm just there to support you because you're my friend. But I also have gotten to the point where I understand everybody is not that, right? So I'm going to use, for example, one of my best friends, she just started her business a few years ago. She sells candles. I just started a candle line with my business to add to wellness boxes so I can support her, right? So I get her to make all of my candles. She branded with my brand or whatever, and add them to my meditation boxes or whatever, right? I'm going to support my friends in business, or I'm going to share it. I'm going to get other people to support them. I'm going to support them. That's just who I am. But I don't say everybody have to be like that, but you don't have to buy some. You could just share. Again, like James said earlier in the comments, sharing is free. That's free. Somebody in if you have 5,000 Facebook friends, I guarantee you at least 100 people like whatever it is that your friend's selling. Share it to your page so your people can see it. You know, it don't cost you nothing to do that.
Absolutely.
And see, hold on. See, Seth is not that good of a friend to me then. You know what I mean? That's a couple, man, he's not. You know what I mean? I'm going to put it out there now.
Hold on.
Listen, dog, I'm about to put it out there. You know what I mean?
I'm going to let you.
We talk every day. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Give me 1 second. Hold on.
Hold on.
I'm going to give it to you.
This man, hold on. Can I say what I got to say?
Lord,
you know what I'm saying?
Jesus. Go ahead, bro.
This man does, you know what I'm saying? He DJs. He knows that I'm DJ iPhone. He don't never try to put me on, you know what I mean? Never try to let people know that, you know what I'm saying, they get me for half the price, you know? And I'm a karaoke extraordinaire. This cat don't never call me say, hey, I got this event. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why don't you come out here and do your thing? On it? Okay. Man, see, you need to get with him after the show and talk to him about what support look like. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Now that I got that off my chest, you know what I mean?
You're done. Okay, wait, you done or you done?
You done. Which one?
I'm just trying to get support from my friend. You know what I mean?
I can't stand you, and you know I can't. Ladies and gentlemen, seriously, we're here in the Lions Den. We're talking about not everybody can come with you like this fool here. With you. You understand? No, we're not getting Herm signed. Stop boosting this fool. Stop it. All right, that's cold. Look, shut up. No, he's not Luther Vandross. Look, that's why he's sipping that Casamigos right now. Hey, but look, look, y'all, real talk. It's serious. And to your question, though, Herm, I believe that our responsibility, to your point, too, Ms. Annette, is utilize what you do have to support your friends. Yes. You get what I'm saying? Here we go with a podcast. And if my friends are doing something, they're looking for the, hey, man, I really need, look, share it. Boo, you can be a guest. You can do this. You get what I'm saying? Like, I believe that if so put it like this. God gave us all of this, okay?
Mhm.
All of
Mhm.
everything that we have. Now,
Mhm.
at the level that we have, that's on us because sometimes we hold ourselves back. That's another
Yeah.
show. But the deal is that if we do have that ability, here we go. And I know me personally, close to 5,000 friends and families, right, on my page, and just people that are just there. If I don't utilize that, if I'm a quote unquote influencer, what am I influencing people to do then?
Correct.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So therefore, it's ego based. So I want to make sure we use this platform, use our likeness, if you will, to help individuals get put on. But also to your point, Herb, we got friends on here. Well, first, this is what I wanted to say. I want to say shout out to everybody that's on here right now.
Right.
For real. Yeah. Everybody and your mama too, that's on here now because y'all been rocking with us since before COVID, and y'all know that, right? But the deal is Herb, these are our true tribe, right, of people that rock with us. And it's unfortunate that I got other friends and family that know I'm doing it. Yo, no, we've been doing this every Sunday.
We used to do it 2 times a week, didn't we? Yeah.
And then we used to do it 2 times a week.
And they ain't watch a show. Now show. Now.
Not another. You see? But the thing is that if we focus on that small amount, we will miss this.
You will.
We miss the people that really give us that positive energy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because you know, I feel like our fan base, you know what I'm saying, the people that support us are really, really engaged with everything that we do. Look at my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law supposed to have my back, man.
Bruh, she do. You need to be way back from that damn microphone talking crazy. Look at this nut. Who is this?
You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's go, Miss Johnson.
She encouraging you. Let's go. She encouraging you.
Don't encourage this nutcase. Okay, look, that's the problem. I'm gonna tell you what the real problem is. Hey, didn't nobody tell me to shut up years ago. So what happened is
he's been talking ever since.
You know what I'm saying? He in his 40s, he can't get it. It ain't no going back.
He heard him say, use your voice. Herb heard him say, use your voice. That's right.
He ain't never let me sing on the show one time. I've been doing it almost 3 years with him. Come on,
but the reason why is because I say use your voice, but inside voice, you don't hear the inside. You know what I'm saying? I say use the inside voice.
He has selective hearing. That's what it is.
Yes. But look, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we're talking about, though, right? Everybody can't come with you. And how do you essentially build your tribe? So I'm going back to you, Miss Annette. How do you build your go-getters, right? How do you associate yourself with individuals that's on your page?
So I'm selective about who I allow in my inner circle. Because at a long time I was with Drake. I was like, no new friends. No new friends, right? And then I started realizing Drake is a billionaire and I'm not. So I'm like, maybe I need to do some new friends, right? Because if I was going to be a billionaire already, I would with this set of friends. So I need to allow some new friends in my circle or whatever and shake up my circle a little bit. And so I almost like I have an internal interview going on when I'm talking to people just to see if we are in alignment, to see if we even mesh, because I know everybody don't like me and I don't like everybody, right? So I just got to make sure like our energies even match or whatever, right? So we're in alignment at that rate. If they have an ambitious to be successful, what is it that they're trying to be successful at, those type of things or whatever, right? So I like ambitious people. Ambitious people connect with my drive because I'm always like, I'm a goal-getter, right? I'm always ambitious about accomplishing the next goal. When I accomplish this goal, I start dreaming again for the next thing, right? Because that dreams don't die until you do, right? So my thing is, once you accomplish one dream, get on to the next one, right? And if I'm surrounded by people like that, they give me the energy that I need to keep on pressing and keep on going. So I make sure like I'm selective about who I invite in my circle and who I stay connected to.
There it is. And I think that's very important, man, because a lot of times when you come up with a certain friend group, you know what I mean? These are the people that know the insides and out of you, but you realize we're not going nowhere. You know what I mean? All we do is get on here and talk crazy about sports or talk crazy to each other. But we never talked about, hey, how can we build? Now, they still your boys. They still your people. But you need to find another circle because they say iron sharpens iron, right? And then I love when you talked about you didn't want to be the big fish in the pond. You want to be the small fish.
That's right.
You know what I mean? I think that's very important. You know, I talk to people that's in the fitness industry and they always say that they want to train with somebody that's smarter and better than them. Because how can you get better if you always the teacher?
That's right.
You can't. Like, you just continuously pouring of yourself, pouring out, feeding other people. They getting bigger, they growing, and then you staying stagnant because nobody's pouring back into you.
Exactly.
And I like that too, man. But you know what, too, Herm, I believe, and Ms. Annette, I believe we have to be intentional, right? We have to be intentional. We have to be intentional to disrupt those type of that type of vibe or that type of energy, because sometimes individuals are gravitated by the light we put off.
Right?
So they come. It's like little gnats, they see. But the deal is, like you said, you got to have that interview. So what I do is I sit and listen. I listen to what they say about themselves and what they want, right? And if it's not on a growth trajectory, excuse me, they're just there. They want to leech. They want to feel good and get warm from your light. I'm gonna say it again. There's some individuals out there, ladies and gentlemen, right now that want to get nice and cozy from the heat that you put off. But you got to understand that heat that you put off is grind. Right? That work. And what they're not doing, they're not adding to the fire. They just getting toasty.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? They're just getting toasty. They just enjoying that. So we have to use that discernment and differentiate between the two. Meaning, are you a helping hand or are you just in the audience?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Now,
sometimes when y'all do that, when you do that internal interview, some people are imposters, right? So they'll fool you with their imposters, with their representative, and you think they're going somewhere, and you think they're ambitious, and when you invite them into your circle, you realize, oh, this fool, he done fooled me, right? They done pull one over on me, right? Yeah. It's okay to detach from their relationship when you realize, hey, this thing ain't going nowhere. We not gonna grow. It don't matter what it look like. He fooled me. He said he was going to do this, but in reality, he was just leeching on to me to take the ride. You understand what I'm saying? Or she was just leeching on to me to take the ride.
Look at that.
You got to let that strap go and just let that fall. Let the pieces fall where they may and roll on. Keep on rolling.
Absolutely. And then to her point right here, Miss Mitchell, she says they coming and taking all they can until the fire burns out.
Yep. And they're going to leave you depleted on the wayside and go leech on to somebody else. You better let them go.
Got you looking like MC Hammer out there.
No. Okay. and you know what? And look, I didn't want to say this, but I was thinking it. Or your airplane come down because you want everybody to fly with you.
Yeah, man. It can't work that way, man. Especially, I think today it's a lot more tricky because social media is involved. Yeah. So if they see you doing all this stuff, they just trying to catch a little bit of heat off your name. I mean, not saying that I personally experienced that, but I could see that happening. You know what I mean? Especially like we did the show with Project Pat and stuff like that. We caught a little heat after that. You know what I mean? And then it slowly died back down, and you know what I'm saying, back to normal. You know what I mean? It's just like you gotta kind of just be cognizant about what's going on.
Yeah, and this too, but also too, Herm, the good thing though about us is that even with that, we didn't let that stop our strides. We kept consistent. So the individuals that was rocking with us before Project Pack or before Freeway came on, Rick Walsh,
before the Chief Master on the Air Force,
before all of that. You see what I'm saying? Before all those people, they saw the level of consistency. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we're talking about. Like those individuals that's gonna come with you, they are either have been with you or they're conditioned for the ride, or you have seen something in them to let you know they're about that life. Not everybody's about that life. You get what I'm saying? Like everybody can be right here on earth right now. Look up at a clear night and see the moon, but not everybody want to go and touch it.
Correct.
True.
No, I ain't trying to go up there. You just seen what happened to the people in the submarine? I'm not trying to go over and touch it. No, I'm stay right here.
Fool. Hey,
I'm staying where God intended me to be at.
Oh, damn. Hey, and listen, hey, ain't that much money in the world for me to go and see some more dead people?
No, don't want to. Don't want to at all.
I'm good where I'm at, man.
Hey, go do that. They go do that. So look, hey, Mr. Netta, first of all, I want to say thank you, ma'am, for getting it in with us. Yeah. Miss Carmel Brown, and listen, this is a cool individual. You must get to know her. Y'all need to get to know each other, right? She's in the same field as you and actually helped me out with my homework and just in life in general, right? And she's a licensed therapist as well. But anyway, what I want to do is I want to give you the opportunity to tell individuals about how they can be a part of your program and what you got going on.
I have a bunch of stuff going on, so it'll be better if you just follow me on Facebook or follow me on Instagram. I am Annette J. Morris, MA. Those are my personal pages on both platforms. My business is Goal, GOAL, Getter, GETTER, LLC on Facebook, and Goal _Getter _University on Instagram, or just shoot me an email, goalgetterllc@gmail.com. I do mindset coaching, business coaching, business startup, grant writing. So anything in that capacity that can help small businesses either get started or scale their business to the next level. We believe in passion-based businesses. So we help people to identify their God-given gift, because I'm a firm believer that the gift makes room for you, and that's all that's going to make room for you. And so I help people to convert that into a 6 to 7 figure business. So if you have a God-ordained gift that you're ready to monetize and convert into a business, or if you've already started it as a business and ready to scale it to 6 and 7 figures, then I can help you coach you through that particular process. So you can find me on any of the platforms.
I love it, love it, love it. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Hey, everybody, wait. All right, now hold on. We about to do this, all right? Because I'm feeling it in my bones. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all let us know hashtag part 2 if you want Miss Annette back up in here. Hashtag.
Don't tell me what a good time. Baby.
Hey, what you said? Hey, it's
get
time.
on there. Where my phone at?
Hey, look, you can hurry up, put it in there. Hashtag part 2, y'all, because but seriously though, not only about your energy, ma'am, but this is real talk. This is the type of information that we need, because there's things out there that have our name on it, but we have to understand that our name is on it and to go towards it. You dig? And sometimes you can't get to where you want to go because you're hanging on to losers and cornballs. And
let them go.
You let them go. But see, you've been holding on to them because you love them. You've been holding on to them because they've been a part of your life forever. And it's comfortable. You get what I'm saying? But ladies and gentlemen, to be a goal getter, to be a hustler and a positive hustler, you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable and growing.
Correct. Yeah.
And that's what it is. Go ahead, Big Herm, man. Get your word up in there, man.
Man, I think that people need to understand that they are the main character in their story.
Yes.
Friends and everybody else play a supporting role. Supporting roles can get replaced anytime. You know what I'm saying? So if you understand that you are the main character in your story, you need to take a good look at, hey, who is providing that support for you in your journey for what you're doing. If they're not really, if y'all not really connected, man, it's okay. You can find some more support. I like what Miss Annette said. You worried about these 10 to 15 people when there's millions of people out there looking for what you do.
Come on.
That is the absolute fact. You know what I'm saying? So after a while, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're social people. So it's going to hurt from time to time. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you are the main character in your story. Everybody is.
Yeah.
You got to do what's best for you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right with that. And ladies and gentlemen, I will end with this too. I do appreciate you. We appreciate you, because this road isn't easy. And those of you out there that's on your path for entrepreneurship, if this is your first day or 10th year or even 12th year, keep going, because to Herm point and Annette's point, somebody out there wants what you have. All right. But be decisive and differentiate between who is able. Let me get close. Who's able to have access to your dreams. Not everyone should have access to your dreams. Watch yourself, watch your circle. You dig? And we got what you looking? You looking behind you?
Man, why you ain't tell me my pillows was jacked up back there, man?
Time to help you.
You ain't even tell me nothing, man. God, he ain't no damn friend.
For your interior decorating, fool. I want to make sure.
Oh man, go say what you gotta say. We can get off here.
First of all, the pillows always messed up. You know it. But anyway,
say what you gotta say.
Hey, but seriously, look, y'all, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being on. And this has been another episode of the Lions Den. Y'all hold it down. Right on. Later.